Hi, I'm Ian Harvey, massage therapist. Today we're going to be talking about neck stiffness. You might know this as having a crick in your neck or a kink. In any case, you know what this is if you ever wake up and you can't turn your head all the way to one side and there's a lot of pain involved. It might feel like there's bone-on-bone contact. That can be a very scary sensation. If you get these, they can ruin your day. If you get these often, they can pretty much ruin your life. They can run your life. So what do you do about them? Well, it was all kind of mysterious to me until I started working as a massage therapist about 6 years ago. And I had a lot of people coming in to see me. I would work with their necks, and I would always come across a muscle where my clients would say, "Oh, that's my pain. That's my neck crick." And eventually, I got out my anatomy textbooks and I figured out what it was. It's Levator scapula. The reason why I'm wearing this shirt is so that I can show it to you, and also because low-cut tops get a lot of views on YouTube. So this muscle, it lies behind your sternocleidomastoid, this big ropey muscle on front, and in front of your trapezius muscle, this big squeezy guy right here. You may be able to see it right here. I'm pointing to it. It's on the very side of your neck. It attaches to the top 4 cervical vertebrae on the side, the transverse processes, and it goes down, it dips under the trapezius, and it attaches to the top of your shoulder blade. So this does exactly what it sounds like. It elevates your scapula, and it's really the strongest connection between your shoulder girdle and your neck. It kind of uses your neck as leverage so that you can do things like pick up heavy loads, so that you can carry purses, so that you can do just about anything where you're lifting things up. So if this muscle is the culprit, what should we do about it? Well, I don't recommend stretching your neck. I don't recommend pressing into your neck, trying to dig out knots or anything like that. I recommend coming at it indirectly. This muscle is very prone to tantrums. If you don't treat it just right, it will freak out on you, as you may know. That's why something like sleeping wrong or sleeping with the wrong pillow can be all it takes to completely make your neck go off the rails. So I like to work with this indirectly using myofascial release. I've talked about this in past videos, like my TMJ video. And in order to do this, we are going to be applying a little pressure to the neck, but mostly we're going to be pulling forward and down. So to do this, I would like you to, using the thumb side of your hand, make contact with your neck, and using the rest of your hand, make contact with your shoulder. So you should feel this in your neck, but just because of your thumb being there. If you're too far onto your neck, you'll be able to feel it down into your hand. You'll feel tingling. That's because you'll be working with your scalenes now. There's a lot of good stuff to work with on the front here, but I recommend leaving that to trained massage therapists. This one, if you just feel it in your neck, you're doing it right. So place your hand on your shoulder like you're about to do the Vulcan neck grip thingy, using a flat palm, and just reach far back and have 2 pounds of pressure pressed against your neck and a few pounds of pressure pressing down, but most of your strength should be coming forward and down. This is more about moving the planes of fascia that cover and suffuse these muscles rather than working on the muscle itself. So if you can already feel it in your neck, just be very gentle. And that's going to be the word of the day, is gently working with this muscle. If you can't quite feel it yet, bring that weight forward and down, again being very kind to this muscle. It's very temperamental. And once you feel that familiar pain, you may feel this radiating up into your head, you may feel this down into your shoulder blade. Once you feel it, just hang out for a while. Stop your forward motion, keep that pressure on there, and take some easy deep breaths. So wait for about 10 deep breaths and watch this pain. See if it decreases. It might initially increase, in which case I invite you to stick with it for a few breaths longer. If it keeps just increasing, either go even gentler or scrap this completely and throw some ice on here. I'm sorry about that. But if you feel it fading in intensity, then you may want to wait for another 10 breaths and see if it comes down completely. And if it doesn't dissipate completely after another 10 breaths, go ahead and move on. So once that happens, we're going to continue coming forward and down. If you like, you can add a little head movement to this. You'll feel it more strongly when you have it turned in certain ways than in others, but be very gentle with this. We're not doing stretches here. We are just changing the angle of this muscle slightly. And once you're done, let your hand come off, take another deep cleansing breath, and you should be feeling a lot of freedom in your neck that you didn't have before. You might not be able to look behind your shoulder yet, but you should be feeling something a little bit different. Now, I recommend throwing some ice on here, leaving it for 10 minutes. If it gets too cold or becomes numb, take it off and then reapply once you get feeling back. And then see how it feels. Repeat in another few hours, and hopefully by tomorrow morning this will have calmed down completely. Just realize that ice is going to be better than heat. This is an inflamed area, and that being gentle is going to do much more good than trying to force this muscle. So give that a try, let me know how it goes, consider subscribing to my channel, and check out my blogs under here. And thank you so much, I'll see you next time.